everyone! It is a noisy Tuesday evening here at the studio. It's 8 o'clock now. There's children screaming outside. Someone's playing the guitar. My upstairs neighbors are thumping. The cat is meowing. First of all, of course, you saw me get my new tattoo, which is very proudly on display right now. I freaking love it. I think it's so cute, and I'm excited to have to look at it every day for the rest of my life. I'm going to be in my deep V era for the rest of the year, probably. The handle of the artist is SheSlayed, and I will have the link to her Instagram down below if you want to go give her a little love, or, you know, maybe get yourself a fancy new tattoo. But welcome to the new vlog. Today, this evening, I should say, I am starting my shop drop prep. Now, I have been putting off doing a shop drop for like weeks now because in order to do a shop drop, I kind of need to have like a week, actually best case scenario, 2 weeks of prep to get my product photography done, update my listings, update my shop, and build up a little bit of hype to make sure people know that I'm going to be releasing new stuff. And then I need a week afterwards to actually have the shop open for, and then to pack and ship all of the orders that I will hopefully get. And so basically I couldn't really open my shop because I had to like travel twice in March, and I don't know, I feel like time is flying by in a very disturbing way, especially as I get older. Time becomes shorter and shorter. So it's April now. I meant to have my shop drop on like March 10th. I think it's time to finally follow through. So tonight I'm gonna get basically the majority of it done. The thing is I don't have that much to do because there's only 6 new products. There's 4 pins. No, there's 7. There's 4 pins, a patch, and 2 different sticker sheets. And then I have to decide what, if any, other products that I have from previous launches and Patreon related things that I would actually want to like put up in the shop, but I don't really know. I was also, okay, let me show you. This notebook, first of all, is so cute. I got it at a random boutique while I was visiting Seattle, and it's structured so that there's like a daily to-do list and a page to take notes. And this is perfect for my brain because before I would use like 10,000 random notepads and sticky notes to keep track of my daily tasks, which was not efficient at all. And now I have it all in this little book. But yeah, so I made a to-do list. I have to take photos of everything. I have to create the listings. I was thinking about maybe recycling some designs for some print-on-demand apparel. We will see how I feel about that. Maybe even designing something new. You never know. I have to double check the prices of shipping because they're constantly changing, and test my website to make sure everything maths out properly. So when people buy stuff and like there's a bunch of items in the cart, that it works basically. I have to prepare my social media postings and such, which will be using the photos that I take. And I have to double check and order supplies, specifically shipping related supplies, because I know I'm very short on bubble mailers, but I also have these like boxes. I'll show you. My goal, I don't actually close this. That was gonna be performative. My goal is to have the shop open on Saturday. So it's Tuesday now, end of the day. I figure if I can post Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday some like hype related posts and showing people some behind the scenes of me preparing, that people will know that the shop is opening on Saturday. I will have it open for a week because I am going to Montreal very soon. Big reveal, I am taking a very cool holiday, so that means travel vlogs, but I have to have the shop open, closed, and completely shipped out before I go, which is on April 18th. So it's April 4th. That means we have literally 2 weeks to prep for the shop drop, do the shop drop, fulfill the shop drop, and so you guys might remember the enamel pins that I designed in a previous video. They are the thing for the shop drop. So I've been sitting on them for so long. They are part of my kitty cafeteria line, in addition to the embroidered patch design that I have, and I have 2 sticker sheets that I think I'm actually going to sell as a set now that I think about it, because they are so similar that I think it will be more fun for people to purchase them together. But this is my photo taking setup. Oh yeah, the the printer stand came that I had ordered in the last cleaning vlog. But this is a separate desk. I paint on this desk and I take photos on this desk because I have these two lamps that are mobile that I use to get really good illumination here, not to mention during the day I have the nice light coming in through the window. So what I usually do is I have a really big collection of these sheets of colored paper that I buy. You can get them from Michael's. That's where I got them, in like a big thick stack with a whole bunch of different colors. I think I'm gonna go with the purple and the black. This is like more like a dark gray. And then I can color correct this to be just the way I want it to be afterwards. And yeah, I think that will work. I generally shoot with my iPhone when I'm taking product photos, but because I'm filming with my iPhone, I'm going to use my Canon to take the product photos instead. I am pleased to report that I actually managed to make some art in this video. It's funny, the last like 3 videos I haven't been making any art. So here I am working digitally on my iPad Pro. I always find it kind of awkward to film the digital stuff. I'm never really sure if the speed paint style is better or this kind of clippy thing and like getting the right angle, but I decided to share my sketching process this time with you because I do mostly focus on the inking and coloring parts to share because I find that sometimes my sketch process is a little bit messy. Now for this one, I was working with a thumbnail pencil sketch that I did in my sketchbook, and I think it was pretty close to how I wanted the final piece to look. So here I'm basically just doing like a pre-line art, which I guess you could call a secondary sketch. I'll do these pretty often when I feel like I want something to look quite precise when it's finished. If I'm not too worried about it being perfect, I will generally jump. This could be my line art stage, basically. I've been leaning more towards lineless stuff lately, which I feel is totally the opposite of how I usually make art. I love doing line art. It's my favorite part of the process, particularly digitally, but I think there's something about like my traditional techniques where I'm working with acrylic gouache, and I do lines in some of those paintings, but it's usually afterwards, and I'm doing a lot of the flat color lays before doing the lines on top. And also, yeah, here is the speed paint of the rest of it. I didn't want to like bore you with a ton of slow-mo, regular speed stuff. But yeah, I leaned into kind of a style that I'm used to using for this one, and I am totally happy with how it came out. I did want this to be a t-shirt, so I felt that if it was clean and more graphic, that was going to be much easier to read from a distance and probably end up printing a little bit better. But yeah, I will discuss it a little more in the next clips in the past, because this is me from the future right now. Spooky, right? Time flies, everybody. It is Thursday now. It is 4:23 p.m. and my shop is going to open for patrons in a little over 30 minutes. Which means I did it. I did it, everybody. I got everything done that we talked about the other day. We can go over the to-do list. The things that were not checked off by the end of the last check-in were the apparel question mark, the post preps, and ordering supplies. So let's go over what I've been up to since then. Let's talk first about the apparel. Now, that's the design that you just saw me working on. I will post up the final composite of the t-shirt because I have to wait until it arrives next week, hopefully in time for me to take some photos before I close my shop. But I was also thinking of just leaving the shirt in the shop after I go away, because I figured out how to get my Squarespace store to push directly to Printful, so I don't even need to do anything. People just place the order and Printful gets it immediately, prints the shirt for everyone, and Bob's your uncle. But anyway, let's talk about the process for creating that shirt. Now, when we last spoke, I wasn't really sure if I was going to create apparel. I wasn't sure if I was going to recycle some of the designs that I'd already made, but I started to do some sketches in my sketchbook here. This was the first sketch that I did with the phrase "always hungry." I thought that it would be a cute slogan for a t-shirt, and what I ended up doing the next day, Wednesday, so I spent a really long time working on these ideas. Often when I have an idea for something, my first idea can be my best idea, but as it turned out for this page, that wasn't the case at all. I spent a couple hours yesterday just kind of doing research and looking at pictures of cats and looking at hungry cats and trying to decide if there was a design in there that really kind of spoke to me. As it turns out, I wasn't really happy with anything. I was sort of feeling like maybe I should abandon the idea, but I started to go back to my roots here, which is relying on cute girls a little too heavily. But I felt that once I did this sketch, which I thought was cool, and then I liked the idea of having the design be in a box, so I kind of combined this idea with the box idea, and yeah, ended up with this sketch here, which of course turned into the final product. I think it turned out cute, all things considered. I was able to stick to the color palette, and it kind of has I don't know, a bit of narrative or a story to the illustration, which is something I always enjoy. And it's different from the other stuff, which is very specifically cat food. This is more, I don't know, there's a little bit more to it. And I decided to create some limited edition prints of the design. I have this really nice paper lying around that I actually bought at the thrift store. If I have never mentioned it before, look in the thrift store for craft materials and printer paper, because I feel a lot of people buy this expensive specialty printer paper and then don't like it and donate it, and then it's $2 for a barely used pack. Steal. So anyway, I got those, and I have 20 sheets, so I decided I would do a 15 print run of this design so that if someone wants it on the wall, they can do that rather than it just being a t-shirt. It just makes sense to kind of use the design in a couple applications, especially because I'm jazzed about it. I also feel like this piece is maybe a turning point for me towards the direction that I want to keep taking my work. I've been feeling a little bit lost. We've talked about that here on the channel. And there's something about cute girl with tattoos, fashion, storytelling, illustration. There's something about this that makes me feel like I want to make more stuff that's similar to it. So we'll see how that goes. Other than that, post preps, I have all of my photos done. You'll see them on my various social media. I won't take you through them. It was kind of a struggle. I'm not a very good photo taker, real talk, and I get lazy, especially with the editing, and there's the Mac screen and the iPhone screen, and all of the different screens seem to represent the colors super differently, which stresses me out, but they're fine. I have enough to post over the next week or so. I still need to create some sort of video ad reel thing, so I'll probably do that next. And when it comes to shipping supplies, I did double check my stock and I am kind of low on bubble mailers, but I was thinking about what I actually needed in order to ship these particular products out. And the enamel pins are obviously a bulky item, but I happen to have these boxes. Hello. The cat was eating it the other day, so I must have put it somewhere to protect him from himself. All right, here's another one. These are called the Slot Box, and this is a Canadian product that's specifically designed to fit in the postage slot so you can ship items within Canada without having to declare it a parcel because it's too thick. And the thing is, here in Canada, our shipping prices are bananas. So like, if I was to ship this box, it was under like 500 grams, and it was this thick, to Ontario, for example, it would cost me like $6 or $10. But if I was to ship the exact same thing with like half of a centimeter more in height, it would be like $25. So this is a really cool product if you are a Canadian seller. The Slot Box, not sponsored, just hyped about it. Definitely look into that. So I'm going to use these for my pins. I'm going to use these for Canada and US. And unfortunately, I can't ship the pins internationally because there's just a lot more rules that exist right now, especially with the EU, in France, in Germany, in the UK as well. So I don't want to take the risk right now of having packages returned to me. So everything that I ship there is going to just be the paper products. So the print, the stickers, and then the patch, which can fit in an envelope, no problem. I don't run a store full time right now. That's not like what I do. So I'm way more comfortable shipping these paper products overseas. I'll look into it in the future. I know it totally sucks to have to not allow customers to buy the stuff that they want, but as a literal single person small business owner, there's only so much I can do with my limited time. But it does mean I don't really need to order any more supplies. I'm trying to cut back on my packaging anyway. It costs me money and it creates more waste. So for the time being, I'm gonna skip out. But it goes against everything I believe in. Like, I really do want to have like card backings for the patches and like pin back card thingies and stuff like that. I'll have to brainstorm that for the next shop drop just to find the middle ground. But yeah, the shop will be opening soon for patrons, and then by the time that you see this video on Sunday, the shop will be open as well for the general public. So link is absolutely going to be below if you want to grab yourself some of these items. Hop on over there until Friday when the shop will close, until I'm thinking June will be the next time that I have time to open it. Morning Tuna here with Morning Tuna Voice checking in. It is Saturday morning. I want to say bright and early, but it's actually almost noon. I slept until like 10:30 today, which is very not me at all, so needed it, clearly. So I opened up the shop last night, got a few more orders from the non-patrons, so thank you so much if you placed an order last night. It's much appreciated. Because it's Easter weekend right now, I'm actually not sure if I can ship until Tuesday. It's quite possible that stuff's gonna be closed for Easter Monday. So I wasn't originally planning to pack orders this weekend, but in all honesty, there's like a pretty reasonable amount to get through here. So I was thinking of just doing them today anyway, and we can finish the vlog off with a little bit of order packing, you know? Full circle kind of situation. One of the things that I always do when I am packing orders is I print off the invoices for the orders that people have placed. That way I can't get confused trying to look at spreadsheets and cross-reference what people have ordered and who's getting them and all that jazz. I just have a printed slip. That way when the person receives it, they will remember what they ordered. And this just helps me get my ducks in a row proper. And it is a terrible rainy day today, so I can't think of anything better than to stay in and, you know, do what I love, which is send packages to people. Like, it's like I'm such a package freak. Like, I love to online shop and I love feeling like I can bring that feeling of, you know, package receiving joy to other people. So again, thank you to those who have placed an order. If you are watching this video and you when we want to go check out the shop and buy something, I would not stop you. And yeah, apologies for like my extreme morning. I just can't be bothered today to put on a pretty face for you guys. So you got the full spectrum of tuna aesthetics in this video.